Hello, and this is the Warforge with a 2000 point battle report, Orks versus Space Marines, of the Blood Ravens chapter, although we are using, my opponent is using, is Ultramarine tactics. So basically, the list is in the description. What am I using in the list? Well, what are my tactics behind the list? Well, quite simply, it's Orks rush forward and chop things up. Testing out the Gorkanaut again because I personally like the Gorkanaut for its crazy gun rather than the Morkanaut for its custom force field for what it has. I just find that the Deathstorm Mega Shoot is just a more fun weapon and it's just cool, I think. So anyway, yeah, Ork tactics. Zerg rush, chop everything up, war, slice and dice, basically. Can't get more inventive to an Ork than that. So yeah, that is the Ork tactics. And now on to the deployment. Hello, and this is deployment. And the mission is Purge the Alien, and the deployment is Dawn of War. So, we'll go through the units. Gorkanaut, Chopper Boys, Battle Wagon with the War Boss and the 3 Mega Knobs, the Mega Dread, oh dear me, 30 Shooter Boys with the 3 big shooters and the knob, and 20 Chopper Boys with the knob. Now onto the opponent.
Just tax squad and all that shit like.
Okay, so we have a Master of the Forge with the 10 Tactical Marines. We have the attack bikes with the bikers. We have another biker squad with the Chapter Master in it with the attack bike. We have a tactical squad again. We have another biker squad with the attack bike. In reserves, we'll go on to reserves now. Okay, so in reserve we have the Dakar Jet Starscream, and we have the Mega Knobs and the Battle Wagon, of course. Okay, so in the Space Marine reserves we have a drop pod with 10 Stern Guard in. We have that pop was fizzy. Another drop pod with an Ironclad Dreadnought in. So, without further ado, we will move on to warlord traits. Okay, so for the Space Marine warlord trait is Iron Resolve with the Ultramarine tactics, chapter tactics. Okay, so for the Ork warlord trait we have the Might is Right. No special formations or anything for the Orks, just standard battle forged. And now we move on to turn 1. If my opponent rolls for steal the initiative.
See about steal the initiative. 1, 2, 3. Initiative not
nope.
Stolen.
So it is Ork turn 1. Okay, so this is Ork turn 1. Before I forget, was it bolstered defences on these?
Yeah.
Bolstered defences on that ruin. So it's a 3+ cover save if I'm correct. Awesome. These moved and ran. Pardon me, that pop is something. This Gorkanaut, yep, fired into the bikers. Well, it managed to kill a few. The Mega Shooter rockets weren't within range, but the Big Shooter and the Mega Shooter did inflict some casualties. He failed his morale check and then flew off the board. This Battle Wagon just moved 12 and flat out 6 inches. I also have First Blood. This Ork mob just moved 6 inches and only fired its big shooters because the rest weren't in range and just made a load of white noise against that unit. This, was quite funny because this fired, again, killed a cannon, scattered 6 inches into the abyss. And then the big shooters fired and basically it was a load of white noise. Lots of Dakar to keep the boys happy. This mob boys just moved and ran 6 inches. Whoa! That was the Ork turn 1. Very heavy, but I think this is going to be very critical turn 1 for the Space Marines. So, without further ado, this is Space Marine turn... Yes. Okay, so, Space Marine turn 1. Drop pod landed. Incoming. On target. The Ironclad. Stepped out. Heavy Flamers. Woomph. Killed 14 guys. That is 140 points with the heavy armor base. So yeah, that happened. Wow. That was extremely everywhere. Basically. And these bikers then fired into this unit, killed a load more. What happened to this unit was that they failed a morale check, yet took mob rule, took a wound that I saved, and passed morale. These guys were about to get charged, save those, and nothing really happened. This unit, basically Hammer of Dawn, the orbital bombardment strike, centered on the center of the thing, but then scattered 7 inches into the abyss. The Orks didn't really do anything. These just moved out the way, fired a few, killed 2 guys, and that was the Space Marine turn 1. And also that unit fired into that unit and killed a few, I think. And that was the Space Marine turn 1. Now, Ork reserve rolls. I have 1 Dakka Jet, so 3 up. And he comes on. Starscream is going to enter the battlefield now in Ork turn 2. Okay, so Ork turn 2. Well, it's been very eventful. This unit decided to, move, then run an inch, then decided to charge that unit. I needed a 12, however, due to Overwatch, killed the closest guy, meaning that I couldn't take the charge distance. This Gorkanaut was very eventful. It fired into the Ironclad Dreadnought's rear. Strength 6, AP 4, did a glance and a pen. Then the rockets did... the big shooter did a pen, wrecking it. This unit of knobs, Warboss and Mega Knobs, they were about to charge it, but due to tactical errors, I decided to, since there was no Ironclad, to charge this unit, which I didn't make the charge. This unit fired into that unit and basically just smacked it all over. 1 big blast template, strength 7 AP3, gone. This unit fired into this unit and killed Tactical Marine. This unit moved, ran 6 inches, charged because I declared war, and managed to kill and beat few of them, and then they fell back 3d6 inches towards the table edge. Starscream fired 12 shots because of the war plane against that unit, and managed to save them all. This unit didn't do anything. That's another tactical error that I have to keep on top on. And that is it. So that is turn 2 of the Orks. Now for the reserve rolls for the...
Comes in. Drop pod
Sternguard. And that is it, basically. So we'll see you on the Space Marine turn 2. Okay, so this is Space Marine turn 2, isn't it? Turn 2. Yeah, the drop pod landed. The Sternguard moved out. Killed a shed ton of Orks. That tactical squad killed a shed ton of Orks. Failed morale check, took mob rule, passed the morale with killing 1 boy. The Warboss and the Mega Knobs are no more due to that unit and consolidated over there. That just stayed as it did. There they are, looking pretty. This unit, the bikers decided to go into combat with the boys. But, 1 Ork boy killed 1 biker, and the Knob killed a biker and put the attack bike on 1 wound. This Dakka Jet is going to wait its turn 3, and this is now Ork turn 3. It's a bloody battle so far. Okay, so Ork turn 3. Ork turn 3. This boys mob did a multi-charge on the 2 Sternguard units, basically just got clobbered, failed morale check, took mob rule, and basically passed the morale, killed a few of my own boys because of mob rule again. Basically, this Mega Dread basically fired into the biker squad, killed them, and put the Chapmaster on 1 wound with the addition of firepower of them. So basically all of that and it's left that guy on 1 wound and killed the bike squad. This battle wagon fired, snap fired, moved 12 inches, killed a marine with 1 hit. Won the combat happened in here. Won the assault, but he passed his morale check, so we are locked in combat for Space Marine turn 3, isn't it?
Turn 3 it is.
Turn 3 Space Marine. Okay, so this is Space Marine turn 3. Marines went in, charged, killed a boat ton of orcs. The Master of the Forge challenged the Orc Nob. Nob didn't make any hits, however the Master of the Forge did manage to kill the Nob, unfortunately. The Orcs lost combat, but maintained to be still in by failing the morale check, but mob rule kept them in the combat. Oh well. The Mega Dread didn't do anything. The Drop Pod didn't do anything. The Chapter Master on the bike killed the battle wagon. Almost killed him in the explosion. As we see here, the Nob and a few boys died. However, the Nob did manage to kill the bikers, and 1 marine did die. So it was a tie-in combat there. And so it is Orcs turn 4, if I believe. Orc turn 4. Okay. So Orc turn 4. Basically, as you see here, the Orcs did lose the combat, managed to kill 1 squad of, a squad of Combi-Melta Stern Guard, 1 Orc left, passed his mob rule. He's basically doing the this Sparta moment. This decided to fire at that, glanced it once. This then, all these fired at the Chapter Master with 1 wound and killed him, giving the Slayer Warlord an extra kill point. This unit, as you see, the Orc boys are dead, they consolidated. It is now the Space Marine turn 4. Okay, so Space Marine turn 4. Well, as you see, the Orc boy did not survive, and he's consolidated all the way over there. These fired, killed 2 boys. Drop Pod fired, killed a boy with Lookout Sir from the Nob. And that was basically it. So now it's on to the Orc turn 5. Okay, so Orc turn 5. Oh, wow, it was impressive. That fired into the Stern Guard, past all of the things. This fired at the... this assault the Drop Pod, killed it, moved 3 inches for consolidation. The boys basically fired into the Marines and killed a Sargent. Wow. And that was it. Now it is the Space Marine turn 5. Orcs turn 5. Space Marine turn 5. And the Stern Guard have basically moved and ran and got line breaker. These the Combi-Melta tried to do a one-off hit, penned, got a 1. +2 is a 3. So it's on 2 whole points. Luckily survived. Didn't make it to fun save, so it's very lucky that it survived. That basically, this unit fired into these, killed 3, took leadership, test and passed, and that is Space Marine turn 5 and the end of the game. So we'll be back with tallying up the objective. Okay, so at the end of the battle, the objectives are Space Marines, which if this would focus, there we go. The Space Marines are on 8 victory points. The Orcs, however, the Orcs here are on a victory points of, if this would focus, 9 victory points. So, at the end of the day, after a bloody battle, where we have very little units on either side, it is the Orc victory. Very good game. Good game.
That's it.
Good game. Good game. Okay, so afterthoughts on the battle. Well, first off, I did enjoy that game. It was brutal, it was bloody, it was everything an Orc could hope it would be, because it was a good fashion fight. It was good, things got in combat, things started chopping things up, slicing and dicing. I was enjoying it. and I hope my opponent enjoyed it. What did I feel was the best thing that happened? Probably the Gorkanaut shooting at the rear armour of the Dreadnought. I just thought it was really funny. Just the Deathstorm mega shooter, and then whatever happened next, just blasting it up from the rear, making it just dead. I enjoyed the Gorkanaut for that one moment. Things which I didn't plan out so well, I think I'd have to be more precise about my disordered charges. I just got to take into account what I'm actually doing and what benefits I'm gaining and taking away from doing multi-charges. So I think that's really it, what I've got to learn for from the match. That's what I've learnt. Hope you enjoyed this game. I hope my opponent enjoyed this game. Hope you enjoyed watching. If you liked it, give me channel subscribe, give it a like. If there's anything you thought about this match, just post a comment below. Whatever. This is the Warpforge signing out, and remember, keep on forging.